This is CBS 5 News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Michael Benny. You're watching the only local newscast to bring you the biggest stories of the night and the first alert forecast right off the top. Here's meteorologist Matt Stevens.
Hey, Michael, very good evening to you. We have a new flood warning to pass along to you.
Matt, just after 11 o'clock now, here are the top 5 stories on CBS 5 News. New at 11, the Syracuse Symphony Orchestra is finished. Tonight, the board, calling a sad decision, decided to file for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. It's the end of a troubled arts organization that made an emergency appeal for new cash, then ultimately decided to cancel the remaining season. Tonight, we look at what may be the only bright side of bankruptcy for the SSO. New information tonight on a possible government shutdown Friday. Tonight, a Pentagon spokesman has said the Defense Department hasn't decided yet whether U.S. soldiers at war will be paid if the government shuts down this weekend because of the budget impasse. There are 146,000 service members in Iraq and Afghanistan right now. Inspired to do better by children because of the shocking murder of Aaron Maxwell, they're gathering in Oswego County to talk about ways to make sure Central New York doesn't see another child slip through the cracks. Tonight, we're with a new group looking for ways to improve communication and make sure every child is living in a safe place. New tonight, we know how many tickets were given out during the recent crackdown on illegal window tinting. It happened last month. The Onondaga County Sheriff's Department gave out the most tickets, 489. State Police handed out 131. Syracuse Police, 102. In all, more than 1,200 were handed out by all police agencies. That's a major increase from just 127 in March of last year. Police in Long Island say they found another body. That brings the total to 8 since they started to look for a missing woman from New Jersey. Detectives have been searching a remote highway on Long Island for Shannon Gilbert. They've been looking since December. All of the recent human remains found so far are believed to be linked to a serial killer. So far, no one in custody for that. Police say they'll continue their search tomorrow. If there is any possible bright spot in the stunning decision by the Syracuse Symphony Board to file Chapter 7 bankruptcy tonight, it's what the dissolving of the orchestra might mean in the future. The board said tonight if another symphony organization should arise in the future, it will not be burdened with a $5.5 million debt, a $2.5 million unfunded pension, or a union contract that it says restricts its ability to configure itself to fit the times. CBS 5's Alex Dunbar reports.
The Syracuse Symphony's. For now, reporting from downtown Syracuse, I'm Alex Dunbar.
And you will find our extensive coverage on the collapse of the SSO and information on how ticket holders might get in touch with the Attorney General's office about those possible refunds at cnycentral.com. As we first reported to you yesterday, state police are still trying to figure out right now who's behind a threatening letter sent to lawmakers. It's signed John Doe, and in the note, the author says he wants to pull off a Gabby Giffords. The letter also makes threats against school buses with children on board. It says if we attack a school bus full of kids, it may have no effect on the hardened criminals who rule Albany, but it will put the public in an uproar. Well, many school systems have taken that threat very seriously. The East Syracuse Manoa District sent out letters home to parents explaining the safety precautions it already has in place. Also, buses are being checked regularly for anything suspicious, but the district superintendent says parents can help in this too.
While we are doing everything that we have in place to ensure that safety, we certainly want to make sure that they're partners with us in supporting their child's day to and from school as well as during the school day.
The superintendent doesn't want to release too many details about the safety precautions for security purposes, but she says that district has measures already in place. It's an effort to save children in Oswego County, an area that's reputation for caring for children has certainly taken some major hits. First, the death of Aaron Maxwell, then home after home exposed for deplorable conditions. Now good people coming together to hopefully make things better, and CBS 5's Caitlin Nuclo reports.
Michelle Majerus is reporting in Pulaski tonight. I'm Caitlin Nuclo.
Coming up on CBS 5, he says it took over his life. A legal drug under fire tonight in Ithaca and beyond. Jim Kenyon investigates, even as a top lawmaker vows to step in too. Next, the top story from across the country. New information on the sweeping safety inspections after that near disaster with a Southwest plane that tore open in mid-flight. story across the country tonight comes from the airline industry. The FAA out with an emergency order for airlines to inspect 3 types of 737s. And tonight, investigators are looking very closely at pieces that tore off from a Southwest jet in flight. Randall Pinkston reports.
A 5-foot hole in the
More local news now. More security cameras are on the way for the city of Syracuse. That news comes just as the mayor and the chief of police were touting the benefits of the newly installed cameras. Today, police revealed this video, which shows a minivan they believe is involved in a shots fired case on Elliott Street from last month. It's thanks to the security cameras. Police say they're able to further investigate that crime. The police chief says the cameras up now are in exactly the right areas.
That area had, prior to the cameras going up, was that area 60% of the shots fired that was reported this year was right in the area where these cameras are. So the camera is the right technology at the right time, and we have those cameras in the right location.
Chief Fowler also says he has word from State Assemblyman Sam Roberts that $91,000 new dollars are coming from Albany to put up more cameras. Those are likely to go up on the city's south and east sides. Coming up on CBS 5, a staple in local basketball, the Zebra Classic getting underway tonight. Nico Tamurian with full highlights next in sports.
Well, it's a story that continues to inspire us all. We were excited to hear Rob Long tell us on Twitter last week that the tumor was gone. So if you're a fan of boxing or you just want to see some of the best that CNY has to offer, why don't you check it out Saturday at 2 o'clock.
Or just to be in the company of Mr. Rinaldi.
You gotta love Ray Rinaldi.
Boy, he's just really a fixture and has done so many good things for so many kids.
One of the nicest people you will ever meet. He was a fellow judge in Meatball Madness a couple weeks ago.
which was really obviously the hallmark of your month so far.
No question, absolutely.
Thanks, Nico. Straight to the weather forecast. First Alert meteorologist Matt Stevens with the latest on the forecast.
Good evening to you. Nico will not let that Meatball Madness die, for the record. Let's talk about some of those weather alerts.
An Ithaca teenager says a drug that's completely legal nearly killed him. Now he and his family are trying to spread the word, warning about the dangers of Indonesia. CBS 5's Jim Kenyon investigates.
It's very addictive.
And Jim tells us the Van Duzens may get their wish. New York Senator Chuck Schumer told us today he wants the federal government to crack down on legal drugs like Indonesia, which he says are addictive and dangerous. We have the top stories and the forecast in the nightcap coming up next. The Late Show starts in 4 minutes. Here's the nightcap before we go, and here's First Alert meteorologist Matt Stevens.
Hey, Michael, good evening to you once again. Here's your bus stop forecast for sneaking back in here, especially late day. A few hit or miss showers on Saturday with a high of 50.
Thank you, Matt. Many see it as heartbreaking. A decision announced earlier tonight officially ends the Syracuse Symphony Orchestra. The board announcing its decision to file Chapter 7 bankruptcy as soon as possible after struggling under crushing $5.5 million in debt. If there's a bright side, it's that any future organization that comes to Syracuse to perform concerts wouldn't be burdened with such debt. Crews will be out early in the morning fixing a leak in a water main off Milton Avenue in Camillus. Until it gets fixed, the Onondaga County Water Authority is asking water users in Camillus and Solvay to reduce their water intake. Milton Avenue will be shut down near West Genesee Street starting at 6 tomorrow morning. It has been 17 years since Kurt Cobain, the frontman for Nirvana, committed suicide in Seattle. And as a tribute to the rock legend, a sculpted guitar memorial has now been unveiled in a park in Cobain's hometown. The memorial includes a concrete guitar and a steel ribbon with lyrics that say, "One more special message to go, and then I'm done, and I can go home." 17 years since Kurt Cobain died. Wow. Thanks for watching CBS 5 News at 11 tonight. I'm Michael Benny. For updates overnight or anytime, you'll always find the connection to what's happening now at cnycentral.com. Good night. The Late Show starts in 4 minutes. Here's the nightcap before we go, and here's First Alert meteorologist Matt Stevens.
Hey, Michael, good evening to you once again. Here's your bus stop forecast for early on tomorrow morning. Most of us under a mix of sun and clouds. Sunrise 6:38 in the morning, and our temperatures in the upper 20s and low to mid 30s. Some minor snow showers and flurries lingering up to the north. Here's another check of my 7-day forecast. Breezy tomorrow again, 47 our high. Not as breezy as what we saw today. Increasing clouds, a few rain, snow, mixed showers developing. Partial clearing Wednesday night into Thursday. We'll keep a close eye on a system down to our south Thursday, but I think we stay dry with a high of 50. We're up to 51 on on Friday with a few rain showers sneaking back in here, especially late day, and a few hit-or-miss showers on Saturday with a high of 50.
Thank you, Matt. Many see it as heartbreaking. A decision announced earlier tonight officially ends the Syracuse Symphony Orchestra. The board announcing its decision to file Chapter 7 bankruptcy as soon as possible after struggling under crushing $5.5 million in debt. If there's a bright side, it's that any future organization that comes to Syracuse to perform concerts wouldn't be burdened with such debt. Crews will be out early in the morning fixing a leak in a water main off Milton Avenue in Camillus. Until it gets fixed, the Onondaga County Water Authority is asking water users in Camillus and Solvay to reduce their water intake. Milton Avenue will be shut down near West Genesee Street starting at 6 tomorrow morning. It has been 17 years since Kurt Cobain, the frontman for Nirvana, committed suicide in Seattle. And as a tribute to the rock legend, a sculpted guitar memorial has now been unveiled in a park in Cobain's hometown. The memorial includes a concrete guitar and a steel ribbon with lyrics that say, "One more special message to go, and then I'm done, and I can go home." 17 years since Kurt Cobain died. Wow. Thanks for watching CBS 5 News at 11 tonight. I'm Michael Benny. For updates overnight or anytime, you'll always find a connection to what's happening now at cnycentral.com. Good night.